Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Now, if you are currently tackling your AS level English exam, you have come to the right place. In this video, I'll be exploring the ins and outs of paper 1, discussing assessment objectives, subject content, and even dissecting some of the intriguing examples from past papers for your better understanding. Assessment objective 1 is basically textual analysis. It means with the help of your reading skills and reading strategies, you are decoding a message that is conveyed by a specific text type. You must be familiar that every text type is written with a different style, is written for the different audience, is written for the different purpose, and a different kind of style of writing is used there. So as an examiner, they will be looking at your reading strategies that you are using while deciphering a message. So you must be familiar with the literary features, linguistic features that are used in different text types, because basically when you are analyzing a text, it means that all of your antennas related to your reading strategies must be turned on, so you can figure out what message is conveyed and how is it conveyed. The second point comes that write effectively, creatively, accurately, and appropriately for the range of audiences and purposes. If you are telling your examiner that you know how to read different text type and you're familiar with the different key conventions of text types, but you are not using in your own writing, it means it's of no use. This knowledge is of no use then. When you read, you must tell the examiner that you are using those linguistic features effectively in your own text types and your own responses. It means now you are ready, you are prepared for the next level. That when you read, you must write too. Then you are telling your examiner that you're competent with using different literary features such as imagery, rhetorical devices, or some of the evaluative terms. So in your writing, you are telling your examiner that you are good at reading and writing both. Then the stage comes, that is assessment objective 3, that is analyze the ways in which writers, speakers' choices of form, structure, and language produce meaning and style. And this is the stage when you are telling examiner that you are familiar with the similarities and the differences of two different text types. And when this stage comes, when you are having a wider study of different text types. If you do not know different text types and all their key conventions, then you are not able to make a comparison between two. If you are familiar with the key conventions of every text type, only then you are telling your examiner your expertise. Now this is a subject content, means all the areas, all the different text types that are covered in your paper 1, paper 2. So you must be familiar with the key conventions of these different text types. The first one is advertisement. Now I'm going to show you examples of these different text types from the past papers. For example, the first one is the advertisement. So I'm showing you a past paper where this type of question was given in exams. You can see this specific text type advertisement has appeared numerous times in the previous papers. Let me take you to my June 2022 past paper to show what reading strategies we can use to figure out the key conventions of this specific text type. Question says it's an advertisement from the website of Royal Caribbean Cruises for a cruise ship holiday beginning in Singapore. First, when you are supposed to write an advertisement, you look at what is being promoted or advertised here. So is it an idea, is it a thing, or a product, or a way of life? So what is being promoted here? Basically, they're promoting cruise ship holiday. And which cruise ship? That is Singaporean cruise ship vacation. So you have vacations on a cruise. So they're promoting this thing. It's really important to tell you here at this point that advertisement is a form of persuasive writing. And what happens in persuasive writing, the writer tries to persuade the readers because he is promoting a thing, an idea, or a product, or a way of life. So when exploring such persuasive text like advertisement, I advise you to look out for a few things. Number one, you see how these advertisements are targeted to a particular audience and how they're targeted. Like, are they targeted by the age? Are they targeted by the interest? And who is the targeted audience here in this case? We have a heading here like Gateway to Southeast Asia. So all the countries that are located in the southeastern part of this continent, all those countries, definitely all the people living in those countries are a targeted audience. So how they are targeted? Number two, you're looking out for the specific language devices used by the writer to persuade the readers. For example, is there imagery used by the writer, or are there rhetorical devices used by the writer, or are the intensifiers used by him? Number three, you're looking out for different types of evidence used by the writer to persuade his readers, because he's promoting a product. He's telling his audience that it is best of its kind. So that's why he needs some evidence. And how this evidence is used by the writer. For example, either he's using it in the form of the data, statistics, or in the form of customer reviews. Number four, you're looking out how form and structure contribute to the effect. For example, headings, subheadings, different type of sentences used, complex sentences, simple sentences, and what is the effect created by these, by different kinds of elements. First, look at its heading, Gateway to Southeast Asia. It shows how important Singapore is. It positions Singapore as an entry point to the Southeast Asian region. Then this word revel conveys a sense of joy, and it evokes a positive emotional response from the readers. Then there is a use of hyperbole here, one of the most forward-thinking destinations, and then they say the world's most brilliant minds gather. Means they are promoting Singapore, so they are using exaggerated statements. They emphasize the exceptional nature of Singapore. By associating Singapore with the successful and the intelligent individuals, the text suggests that it's a place worth visiting. So what type of evidence the writer is using to promote Singapore? In this paragraph, you can see that the writer is using concrete examples of the specific locations from Singapore. Like he's talking about Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, then Haji Lane, then he's talking about Sultan Mosque, Gardens on the Bay, OCPC Skyway. With the help of using these concrete examples, the text is adding credibility. One of the aspects is to see how advertisement is targeted to a specific audience. Either they are targeted by age or by the help of interest. So in this case, in this paragraph, we see that they are targeted with the help of interest. For example, by mentioning this Muslim roots at Sultan Mosque, and then talking about the futuristic super trees at Gardens on the Bay, it means that he is mentioning about all the different audience who is interested both in the traditional or the contemporary aspects of a place. Another aspect of advertisement is using imperatives. And how can we use imperative language here with the help of this? Starting the sentence with the verb like revel, then you say visit Singapore, and find beauty. It means you're using verbs here. With the help of imperative language, you're basically urging readers to consider visiting Singapore. Let me take you to another My June 2022 past paper where the text type advertisement was given. Here it is, My June 2022 past paper. Let me scroll down the screen to display the question for you. Here it is, and that is text analysis. And read the following text, which is an advertisement for a climbing holiday in Greece. First, we see what is being promoted in this advertisement, and that is Kalymnos. It serves as a desirable climbing destination. Adjectives like beautiful, fantastic, secluded, friendly, delicious, great, world-class, they are all conveying the positive impression of the location. Now we see how this advertisement is targeted to a specific audience. It appeals to a broader audience by mentioning additional activities and attraction beyond the climbing, like beach bars, snorkeling, kayaking, fishing, diving, scooter tours, yoga. It suggests that Kalymnos offers something for everyone. Let me take you to another My June 2022 past paper where advertisement was given as a text type, and it is given in the text analysis. And here it is. This one, text analysis. This is an advertisement from an online shop about the benefits of sleeping on silk pillowcase. So what is being promoted here? They are promoting the benefits of silk pillowcases. First, this advertisement starts with a rhetorical question. Can a silk pillowcase really be that good? It actually generates the curiosity in the readers to continue reading to find the answer. Now we see what type of evidence is being used to persuade the readers here. The use of beauty experts and bloggers. By mentioning these sources, this advertisement has some credibility, and they show their readers that their product like silk pillowcase has some effectiveness. Now there is another example of October-November 2021 past paper where advertisement was given as a text type. Let me take you there. And that is October-November 2021 past paper. And advertisement was given like in the text type again, text analysis. Here it is. That is, which is an eco-tourism advertisement for the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund International Conservation website. Now, what is being promoted here, that is the mountain gorillas in Rwanda, means this advertisement positions gorillas as a unique and a fascinating attraction for the tourists. That's all about advertisement. When you're supposed to write an advertisement, you keep a few things in mind, like what you are promoting, and then the specific language devices used by you to persuade your readers, and then the different types of evidence that you're using and how this evidence is used by you, and then how your advertisement is targeted to a specific audience.